Well, hi. Howdy, hello. Welcome to the Fit and Free Show, still in the office edition. It might be a while that we'll be in here because winter's coming in a little early. We'll see. Anyhow, I'm ZGala the Art Angel, also known as Anti-Angel, and I'm here to check in with my own body, hopefully encourage you to check in with your body a little bit too. I like to always remind you there's not one way. Make sure you listen to your own body, follow your own lead over my lead. Always override my inspiration and lead with your own lead and your own listening to your body, because it's really about developing a healthy relationship with yourself. And I'm here developing a healthier relationship with myself, hopefully to model that for you and inspire you to do more of that. That's what I was trying to get out. Anyway, let's get to it. I got my guitar out. This is Butters, my older guitar, and this is a Stellar Yammerhammer. She's in a case right now. But we're getting ready to go to band practice. But I haven't done my stretches today. In fact, I haven't done much today in the way of moving my body, so I was thinking about doing a little dancing and then also some stretching. I don't know what kind of dancing that is, just I was listening to some, well, a variety of music really, and realizing I like to kind of, the same way I like to listen to a variety of music and mix it up, I kind of like to mash it up, mix it up with my dance style. So I don't know. I had a little bit of instruction long ago, and what little I had, that instructor did belly dancing and flamenco, but I would never dare say that that's really what I do these days. But a lot of my friends do some of that, so I think it's influenced my freestyle. What I do is freestyle. Can you hear the music? Let's do a forward fold. Could rotate those hands. Come down to the hands on the legs somewhere, or the knees. And just breathe into that at that half fold. And then another deep breath and all the way into that forward fold. I'm going to kind of come over here a little bit more. And just relaxing the belly, letting go of the head and neck. Really trying to get into that stretch for a breath or two. Letting the arms hang. Letting gravity do some unwinding. And bend the knees. Swing the arms back. Come into a bit of a counter stretch. Pushing the hips forward. Just enjoying a bit of a counter stretch before coming back to mountain pose, checking in with the alignment. Hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, nice and long in the back of the neck. Let's do a little bit of full body stretching back with the left leg, pulling these hips onto the perpendicular line. I want to push onto that diagonal line. Looking for that feeling, sensation of diagonal out, that heel, pushing into that heel, still pulling these hips onto the perpendicular line, and trying to feel that flow from the heel, through the spine, out the fingers. Just pushing into that diagonal, really enjoying that diagonal flow. Continue to move that back foot out, coming up onto the toes a little bit. Can't see that, but coming into a deeper lunge. Bringing hands on either side of that front foot. And bringing weight onto those hands. And bringing that front foot back to meet the back foot. Try not to kick over. Poor Butters right there. Pushing down into the heels, pushing back with the hips. Pushing down with the heart and the chest. The head is between the elbows, roughly. Nice long line still from the fingertips through the spine and now out the tailbone. Tipping the tailbone just a little bit toward the back of the head if possible. Moving those hips back, pushing down in the heels. Let's come through a plank position. Maybe holding there and then dropping the hips. Coming into a cobra or an upward facing dog, depending if you want to drop the knees all the way or keep them lifted off the floor. And then lifting the hips again, pushing back into Adho Mukha Asana or downward facing dog. Pushing down in those heels, pushing back in the hips. And I'm going to swing that left foot forward in between the hands into a nice deep lunge there. Still trying to kind of pull those hips onto that perpendicular line and stepping forward, coming into that forward fold. Just hanging here. I'm going to roll up this time, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Just checking in with the spine. Coming back to Tadasana or mountain pose. Again, checking in with the spine. Just relaxing into that upright position. Relaxed and strong at the same time. Nice and upright. Feeling through the core of the body. I'm going to step back with that right foot on the other side, a nice moderate lunge. And again, pulling these hips onto a perpendicular line, pushing into that back heel, checking that I can still see the front toes past the front knee. And then pushing onto that diagonal line, pushing through that heel, through the spine and out the fingertips. Try not to crunch up in those shoulders, still pulling those hips onto that perpendicular line. Really just enjoying that diagonal. Taking a few breaths here to just really feel into that diagonal line. And then I'm going to start to move that back foot back and back and back, coming up onto the toes, off the heel, bringing both hands down on either side of that front foot, and bringing weight onto the hands, bringing that front foot back, pushing again into downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Asana, pushing down into the heels, pushing back with the hips. I'm going to swing the body forward through that plank position, holding there maybe for a few seconds. Sometimes I like to try to hold for 30 or 40 seconds, but I'm a little short on time today, so I'm just going to go through it in 10 or 12 seconds. And then drop the hips, lifting the chin, stretching the front of the body, lifting the hips again, pushing back into downward facing dog, pressing down in those heels, pressing back in the hips, relaxing the belly, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. Again, that nice long line from the fingertips through the spine, out the tailbone. And stepping forward with that right foot in between the hands. Again, for a nice deep lunge, this time on the other side. Just enjoying that before stepping forward. Coming back into that forward fold and just taking a pause here, letting gravity do some unwinding. Shaking things loose a little bit. Let's bend the knees, swing the arms back, and come into that counter stretch again, lifting the eyes, arms, and chest to the sky. And then coming back to upright. Checking in with the alignment. Relaxing the shoulders, rolling them back a little bit and dropping them. Relaxing the hips, relaxing the knees. Lengthening the back of the neck a little bit, pulling the chin back a little so the ears are over the shoulders. I like to do a little clap snap to check in with the nervous system, and then finish that off with just a little more free arm swinging. Keep everything moving. There you have it. I like to remind everybody, it doesn't have to take a long time to check in with your body. Do a quick body check, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of strengthening. Of course, you can do more. Of course, you can put on your special outfit and brush your hair and all that. And you don't have to put on your special outfit. You don't have to take a long time. You don't have to make it really hard. Just make it a regular thing that you check in with yourself and take it from there. That's my unsolicited advice for now. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being you. Thanks for letting me be me. Thanks if you like and subscribe, because that does help me out. Thanks if you stay curious and courageous, because we're all in this together. I hope you will always also consider getting more fit, being more free, and check out my books. You can find a link to those in the description. Thank you if you do. Till next time. Ciao for now. Peace.